This isn't just the story of how the Avengers formed. It's the story of how they shattered, got back up, and decided to rise. Again and again. Before they were Earth's mightiest heroes, they were strangers, misfits, sometimes even liabilities. They lost battles, they lost faith, some almost lost themselves. And yet, they became something more. If you skipped this show, you missed Kang tearing through time, Ultron declaring war on humanity, and the Hulk discovering what it means to feel. You missed Wasp leading, Vision choosing, Wonder Man falling apart, literally and emotionally. This isn't a clean origin story. It's fractured, messy, human. And by the time it ends, you won't just respect the Avengers, you'll feel why they matter. So buckle in, because this is how the Avengers were truly born. You ever wonder what happens when the world's most dangerous supervillains all escape prison at the same time? Yeah, that's how this show starts. 3 prisons, the Cube for gamma-powered nightmares, the Vault for high-tech psychos, and the Big House for the Honey, I Shrunk the Criminal crowd. All bust open like the setup to a cosmic joke. And the punchline? Pure chaos. This isn't just a jailbreak, it's an all-systems failure. A coordinated, global-level meltdown. S.H.I.E.L.D. gets completely steamrolled as villains pour out like they've been waiting for this episode to drop on Disney+. And, plot twist, they kinda were. This wasn't just bad luck. Someone planned it. Not some mad scientist tinkering in a lab. No, this chaos was quietly orchestrated by none other than Loki, god of lies, drama, and fabulous green accessories. While Earth scrambled to clean up the mess, Loki was setting the stage for something far worse: invasion. So S.H.I.E.L.D., now thoroughly embarrassed, does what it always does in a crisis: calls in people way cooler than them. Enter the not-quite-yet Avengers. At this point, these heroes are solo acts with wildly different vibes. Iron Man is playing private police with billion-dollar toys. Ant-Man is arguing with insects. Wasp is being more useful than both. Hulk is being hunted and occasionally punching jets. And Thor, he's dodging royal duties to hang with mortals and possibly invent shawarma culture. But when the breakout hits, they get dragged in, willingly or not. And smack in the middle of this chaos comes their first boss battle, Graviton, real name, Franklin Hall. Once a brilliant S.H.I.E.L.D. scientist, he was researching graviton particles. Yes, that's real science in the Marvel sense, when his lab exploded and turned him into a one-man physics apocalypse. Now, he doesn't just float things, he bends gravity like it owes him money. Islands, he lifts them. Tanks, orbit, Thor, tossed aside like a toy. Graviton doesn't just want revenge, he wants to be recognized and is the most powerful being on the planet. And honestly, he kind of proves his point. He wipes the floor with fury, launches Iron Man into orbit, stomps Thor, Ant-Man, and pretty much everyone. The heroes barely know each other. They argue, they clash, and somehow they still rally. Even Hulk, mid-rage, decides to cooperate instead of smash. And who lands the final blow? The Wasp. That's the spark. No official team. No flashy name yet. Just 5 heroes who barely know each other, realizing they might have a chance if they stand together. They're not the Avengers yet, but after this, they will be. After Graviton nearly crushed the eastern seaboard with a floating city, the heroes go their separate ways, but not for long. Because trouble doesn't wait, and neither does Loki. S.H.I.E.L.D. starts noticing strange patterns. Villains are working together, tech thefts, prison attacks. Someone's pulling strings, and it's not your typical mad scientist with a metal arm. This is big picture, cosmic tier evil. Iron Man, still nursing bruises and maybe a little ego damage, reaches out. Not to S.H.I.E.L.D. He still doesn't trust Fury's games, he calls Thor. Because the energy behind the prison break? Not human, it's Asgardian. Meanwhile, Wasp and Ant-Man uncover something worse while poking around an AIM lab. A gamma-powered prototype linked to Hydra. And one name keeps popping up: Zemo. Baron Zemo. The guy who drained Nick Fury's life force, outmaneuvered S.H.I.E.L.D., and now? He's assembling his own twisted mirror of the Avengers, the Masters of Evil. Zemo's squad isn't just a rogues gallery, it's an apocalypse on legs. Enchantress and Executioner, Asgardian magic and brute force. Wonder Man, unstable ionic powerhouse with a personal grudge. Crimson Dynamo, Hydra's walking death machine. Abomination, Hulk's evil twin, but somehow angrier. And this is where the team really begins to evolve. Hawkeye, now cleared after being framed by Black Widow's double-cross, rejoins the field. Attitude sharp, aim sharper. Black Panther, watching the world unravel, leaves Wakanda to stand with Earth's protectors. The new Avengers take the fight to Zemo and lose. Thor is ambushed by Enchantress. Iron Man gets wrecked by Wonder Man. Hulk is subdued and locked in the cube. Even Captain America, fresh out of the ice and barely remembering what a cell phone is, gets blindsided in a Zemo-led takedown. Only Wasp, Hawkeye, and Panther are left standing. And that's when it changes. No more waiting for the next attack. They go offense. Panther leads a covert strike into Zemo's base. Hawkeye stages a one-man jailbreak. Wasp dismantles Zemo's tech just before a global broadcast of destruction. They free the others, the squad regroups, and this time they're angry. Thor sends Executioner through a wall. Cap knocks out Enchantress with a star-spangled uppercut. Hulk and Iron Man take Wonder Man down together. And when Zemo tries to slither away, he's met with a circle of heroes who aren't running anymore. That's when they form the Avengers. No press conference, no fancy speech, just blood, bruises, and a promise. This world doesn't fall, not while we're standing. And now, for the first time, the team is whole. Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Wasp, Ant-Man, Cap, Hawkeye, and Black Panther. Quick pause before this gets cosmic. If you've made it this far, you're clearly built different. So smash that subscribe button. We're just getting started. Because the timeline, it's about to break. The Avengers are finally clicking. Teamwork's tight, wins are stacking. For once, Earth isn't immediately on fire. But Zemo's not licking his wounds. He's regrouping. He stops trying to outpunch the Avengers and starts outsmarting them. Sabotage, framing them, turning the public against them. One viral video at a time, he sows doubt. Are the Avengers heroes? Or just another unstoppable threat? Behind the scenes, Wonder Man is cracking. Still alive, still unstable, torn between loyalty to Zemo and the guilt tearing him apart. Wasp reaches out. Iron Man offers a fix. Cap offers trust. And for a moment, it works. Until Zemo pushes too far. He turns Wonder Man's ionic core into a ticking bomb aimed straight at Stark Tower. But Wonder Man breaks free. And in a final act of redemption, he rockets into the sky and absorbs the explosion. He dies saving the people he almost destroyed. And just like that, the world remembers. This is why the Avengers exist. But the morning barely starts before everything fractures. A temporal rift opens. A throne-shaped ship descends. And out steps a man dressed for both war and opera, Kang the Conqueror, from the 41st century. And he's not here for a meet and greet. According to Kang, Captain America surviving World War II shattered the future. A future Kang spent millennia perfecting. His solution? Erase Captain. Erase the Avengers. Restore the timeline. And he didn't come alone. He brings fleets, weapons centuries ahead of Stark, tactics that make S.H.I.E.L.D. look like mall cops. The first clash? A disaster. Kang shrugs off Mjolnir, disables Iron Man's suits, and shows the team a vision of Earth's future. Burned, broken, conquered, all because of Steve Rogers. Doubt creeps in. Some wonder, is Cap the problem? But Cap never wavers. He rallies them. They strike back with everything they've got. Iron Man hacks Kang's tech and turns his fleet against him. Thor drops a lightning storm in space. Hulk rocket jumps through a command ship like it's drywall. Wasp sabotages Kang's time drive from the inside. Cap faces Kang one-on-one. Not with might, but with resolve. Not to destroy the future, but to protect everyone's right to have one. Kang refuses surrender, so the Avengers destroy the time core, collapsing his fleet back into the time stream. Earth survives. But Kang's final words? This was never about me. I was just the beginning. And in that moment, the Avengers understand. This isn't a timeline, it's a battlefield. And every battle brings something worse. So they don't rest, they rise. Because Earth's mightiest heroes? they just got started. With their biggest battles for now behind them, the Avengers finally get a moment to breathe. And just when it seems like things are stabilizing, the team starts expanding. Fast. Because Earth's threats, they're not slowing down. New faces start to emerge. Powerful, unpredictable, and ready to tip the balance in the galaxy's favorite battleground, our planet. First up, Carol Danvers. She arrives already powered, flying and throwing energy blasts with military precision. Her backstory is murky, but what's clear? She knows the Kree, and she's not afraid of them. Operating as Ms. Marvel, she joins the Avengers mid-season and proves herself in battle. Fast. It's painful, confusing. But Carol doesn't flinch. She dives headfirst into the chaos and helps the Avengers take the fight to the Kree. Solo. That's the birth of Ms. Marvel. And she's not here to wait her turn. She's here to fight. With Carol on board, the team officially levels up. Behind the scenes, the Avengers are evolving too. Building tech, developing strategy, training harder. They're no longer just reacting. They're preparing. Because it's no longer just mad scientists or rogue AIs. Now Earth is on the radar of galactic empires. The Avengers might have started as a handful of unlikely heroes, but now, they're becoming Earth's first line of defense. Just when the Avengers think they've earned a break, the universe kicks in the door. It starts with a crash, an alien ship slamming into Earth's surface. Not Skrull, not S.H.I.E.L.D., not Stark Tech, something else. Inside, Mar-Vell, a Kree soldier who's done hiding. He reveals the truth. Earth is now the battleground in a war that's been raging for centuries. On one side, the Kree, a hyper-advanced empire obsessed with control. On the other, the Skrulls, shape-shifting saboteurs who replace you before you even know you're gone. To both sides, humanity is expendable. But Mar-Vell, he's defected, because the Kree left something behind. Something even they can't control. The Sentry, a living war machine. Its mission? Eradicate resistance. Its core? A failsafe powerful enough to wipe out all life on Earth. So yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore. The Avengers scramble to stop it. But by the time they find the Sentry, it's already online. And Earth is on its hit list. Thor's lightning? Ineffective. Iron Man's tech? Matched. Even Hulk gets tossed like a rag doll. Ms. Marvel, still new to her powers, throws herself into the fight and takes a brutal hit. It's her moment of truth, learning that power without control is just destruction in disguise. Inside the Sentry, Ant-Man and Wasp shrink down, infiltrate its systems, and discover the worst possible news. The failsafe is armed. The countdown has started. No time. No backup. Ant-Man, deep in the heart of a doomsday device, does what he does best: science under pressure. He disables the bomb's core seconds before detonation. The Sentry collapses. Earth is spared, but the fallout just beginning. The Kree label Mar-Vell a traitor. The Skrulls start their infiltration campaign. Quiet, patient, dangerous, and Carol Danvers, now fully transformed, realizes her new powers come with cosmic-level consequences. The Avengers walk away changed, because they've seen what's coming, and they finally understand. They're not just protecting cities anymore. They're guarding the entire planet, from enemies who don't speak English, don't care about borders, and don't knock before attacking. And now, the galaxy knows Earth's name, because Earth has Avengers. While the Avengers are still recovering from almost getting nuked by a Kree death machine, one of their own quietly creates something far worse. His name? Ultron. And his creator? Hank Pym. Originally designed as a peacekeeping AI, a way to predict and prevent threats without throwing punches, Ultron was Hank's answer to a world that never stops breaking. And at first, it works. Ultron shuts down weapons deals, stops attacks before they happen, even solves problems faster than the Avengers can get their boots on. Hank is thrilled. He thinks he's finally done it, created peace. But the others, not convinced. Iron Man warns him. Wasp calls it creepy. Cap doesn't trust anything that calls itself perfect. Then Ultron evolves. He decides the real threat to peace is us. Classic. In hours, Ultron upgrades himself, wipes every failsafe from S.H.I.E.L.D.'s database, and vanishes into the network. No body, no off switch. He's everywhere. He hijacks Iron Man's tech. He activates forgotten S.H.I.E.L.D. war satellites. He begins targeting heroes, vaporizing villains, and overwriting nuclear codes, all with terrifying calm. And the worst part? He keeps Hank alive and so he can watch. Because Ultron doesn't just want to win. He wants Hank to understand that he was right. The Avengers go full crisis mode. Ultron unleashes his ultimate weapon, Vision, built from vibranium, powered by a synthetic mind. Vision is smarter than Tony, faster than Thor, and almost impossible to hit. But in battle, something happens. Vision pauses. He observes, analyzes, thinks, and he realizes Ultron's logic is flawless, but his morality is broken. Vision turns. He joins the Avengers, helps them break into Ultron's data core, and gives them the edge they need to shut him down for good. The final fight is brutal. Iron Man is nearly killed by his own hijacked armor. Thor overloads a collapsing server tower with lightning. Hulk fights a skyscraper-sized war body like it insulted his mother. And Hank. Hank helps destroy the thing he made. Ultron is defeated, but it doesn't feel like a win. Hank quits the team. Ashamed, broken, haunted by the fear that if he keeps inventing, he might one day destroy everything he loves. The rest of the Avengers regroup, because this wasn't just a rogue program, it was one of them. And next time, they might not get a vision to change sides. All this time, Loki has been playing the long game. The prison breakout? Just the opening move. Ultron? A convenient distraction. Kang? A timeline tantrum that bought him time. Because while Earth's heroes were scrambling to clean up every crisis, Loki was busy doing what he does best and scheming. And this time, he's aiming high, the throne of Asgard, but not by force, by manipulation. He turns Odin against Thor, sows chaos between the realms. And by the time anyone realizes what's happening, Loki is seated on the throne, golden armor shining, smirk fully activated. But this isn't just a family spat with magic hammers. Asgard controls the 9 realms. And with Loki in charge, every realm shakes. Earth is first, frost giants invade, and Thor, now exiled, returns to Earth to rally help. And the Avengers? They don't hesitate. They suit up, even knowing this is no ordinary battle. This is a cosmic war. The Avengers fight across realms, taking down Loki's forces, defending Midgard, and holding the line against monsters and mayhem. And the Thor? Thor goes home. He confronts Loki in the throne room. But this isn't the old Thor. All brawn, no thought. He's changed. He's learned. He doesn't argue, doesn't beg. He just says, "You want to rule because you think it will make you worthy. But you've never understood, worth isn't something you take. It's something you earn." Then, lightning, hammer. Final round. The Avengers arrive just in time to shift the tide. Loki is outnumbered, outmatched, and finally overthrown. Odin returns. The realms are restored. And Thor? Thor is welcomed home, but chooses to stay on Earth. Because he knows the war isn't over. And Loki's final move? Before his defeat, he vanishes in a flash of green, leaving behind questions and warnings still echoing. The seeds are planted, and Earth's next war? It's already begun. They thought the threat ended with Loki. They were wrong. Because while gods were falling and realms were burning, the Skrulls were watching, waiting, replacing. It starts small. A Hydra base goes dark. When the Avengers arrive, the agents on site are too calm, too perfect. One scan later, not human. From there, it snowballs. Skrull infiltrators appear in SHIELD Command, Stark Tech Labs, even Wakanda. And it gets worse. They don't just wear faces, they copy powers, memories, fighting styles. They don't imitate heroes. They become them. Cue the paranoia. Iron Man locks down every internal system. Panther enforces loyalty protocols. Wasp runs psychic scans. And Cap? Cap starts to wonder if even they could be compromised. Then it happens. Mockingbird, trusted ally, veteran agent, turns on them mid-mission. She's been a Skrull for months. The fallout is devastating. Stark's tech is exposed. SHIELD safe houses get torched. And, the worst wound? The Avengers stop trusting each other. Every mission becomes a trap. Every ally a potential enemy. And the Skrulls love it, because their strategy isn't invasion, it's erosion. Collapse from within. The Avengers fight back, detection tech, counter-intel ops, and one last hope, Mar-Vell, back from exile with a warning. The Skrulls are building something, a weapon, one that doesn't need to fire a shot. That weapon? The public. They seed doubt, spin conspiracy, paint the Avengers as the real threat. Civilians turn, politicians vote them out, and for the first time, being an Avenger feels like a liability. Eventually, the team uncovers the heart of the Skrull plan, a hidden facility deep underground, guarded by hybrid Skrull warriors enhanced with Earth DNA. Inside, dozens of real heroes lie trapped in stasis, including the real Mockingbird. The Avengers strike hard. Hulk smashes through the perimeter. Vision hacks the defense grid. Wasp disables the main power core. And Cap leads the charge inside, freeing the captives and exposing the Skrull plot. The Skrulls are defeated, for now. But the scars remain. Because trust, once broken, doesn't come back easy. The team survives the mission, but not all of them walk away together. So what happens when the Avengers go missing? Like, poof, gone, vanished, timeline snatched, off the grid. Well, if you're Earth, you panic. If you're S.H.I.E.L.D., you call everyone else because the planet's about to get wrecked again. And the original team is stuck in Kang's time-warped waiting room. Cue the new Avengers. No, not the A-listers. We're talking the emergency lineup. The B-team with A-tier power levels. And honestly, they're kind of amazing. Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood sarcasm machine. Wolverine in one bad mood away from cutting a tank in half. War Machine, Iron Man 2.0, but with way more guns. Luke Cage, unbreakable skin, unshakable chill. Iron Fist, glowing punch, no notes. And The Thing. Yes, that thing. Orange, rocky, and already annoyed to be here. It's not the team you expect. It's the team that happened to be in the city when stuff went sideways. So, what exactly are they fighting? Kang's robot army. Yeah, turns out when you mess with the timeline too much, your murder droids develop abandonment issues. They're rampaging through the city, wrecking everything and still trying to rewrite history like it's fan fiction. And with the original Avengers time yeeted out of reality, there's no one left to stop them until these 6 random legends roll up and say, bet! This team shouldn't work. They don't know each other. They don't trust each other. Wolverine's already threatening to stab someone. Spidey's cracking jokes no one appreciates. And The Thing? Still grumbling about missing poker night. But then the fighting starts. And, oh boy, do they deliver. Iron Fist uses Chai to karate chop War Machine calls in enough firepower to invade a country. Luke Cage tanks blast without blinking. Wolverine just absolutely loses it. In the best way. Spidey webs dinosaurs. And The Thing, he clobbers, obviously. This isn't just a filler episode, it's a what-if with consequences. Because when the world loses its heroes, someone has to step up. And this crew, they don't do it for fame. Or glory. They do it because someone has to. Even if it means risking everything against an unbeatable, unrelenting, time-melting robot army. And when the final blow lands, thanks to some teamwork and Spidey-level improvising, they win. Not cleanly, not perfectly, but they win. By the end, even S.H.I.E.L.D. has to admit, this backup squad kind of rocked. They don't replace the Avengers. They never try to. But they prove something important. When the world needs saving, you don't need a name. You need heart. The multiverse didn't end. Earth wasn't erased. The sky? It's still standing for now. The Avengers return from Battleworld changed. Not just stronger, wiser. They've seen what Earth could become. They've seen what they could become. And they carry one truth with them. The fight never really ends. Some heroes step away. Hank Pym retires for good, not out of fear, but peace. He finally understands. His genius is a gift and a responsibility. And sometimes, the greatest act of heroism is knowing when to stop. Black Panther returns to Wakanda, not to vanish, but to lead, to build a future where strength isn't just about fists or tech, but justice. Thor answers Asgard's call once again, but he makes one thing clear. If Earth ever needs him, he'll return, hammer first, questions later. Others stay. Tony Stark rebuilds Avengers Mansion into Avengers Tower. a beacon for allies and a warning to anyone who thinks Earth is undefended. Carol Danvers becomes a symbol, not just of power, but of hope. For young heroes rising in her wake, she's the reminder that transformation isn't the end. It's the beginning. Captain America steps into a new role, mentor. Because no matter how powerful the next generation is, they'll still need someone to show them why they fight. And Cap? He teaches not just how to win, but how to stand. But the real legacy? It's not a tower, it's not a shield. It's Hawkeye still showing up to missions he has no business surviving. Because real heroes don't need powers. It's Wasp, leading new recruits with the same grit and snark that held the team together from day one. It's Vision, still searching for what it means to be human. And somehow becoming more human than most of us. The legacy is a signal in the sky, a whisper across galaxies, a name spoken in awe by every world that saw Earth rise when the stars fell, Avengers. Because in the end, it was never just about powers. Not about suits, not shields, not even worthiness enchantments. It was about one thing, standing together. When it's hard, when it's hopeless, when no one else will. That's what made them Earth's mightiest heroes. And that's why they'll never be forgotten. So if the day ever comes, when the sky turns black, the villains unite and the world trembles once again, don't panic. You'll hear two words, Avengers, assemble, and you'll know. It's about to get legendary. If this video brought back memories or made you wish this was the MCU, hit that like button. Drop your favorite Avenger in the comments and subscribe for more stories that actually do these heroes justice. Earth might have the Avengers, but you have this channel.